Hey, welcome back to MCOC Noxie, the master of mediocre gameplay. Here we've got War 10 of Season 44 winding down. Here we've got an Iron Doom who is just not going to fare that well. Not going to make the cut. The degen's doing its work, taking some hits in the block. That's okay, who cares? Kingpin answers all with rage. And then I thought he was going to throw his SP2, so I was backing up to get ready for that, and he just dove in for a couple punches, so that was a little unfortunate. I played that stupidly. So here we got a Mysterio. Never fun to fight. Always got to kind of keep you on your toes. Want to get a couple heavies in. Just beat him up a little bit. I always like to push him to his SP2, of course, because the SP1 is just a time killer. It's just no fun at all. You just got to watch that thing. The node is giving him indestructible. But wait it out and then put the degen back on. Let it whittle him away. Get two degens. Well, got to hold on. Another indestructible. Trying to get him to... There we go. Was able to bait him into attack so I could push him to his SP2. Now, you do not want to get hit by that SP2. We all know that, boys and girls. You want him to throw it, but you do not want to get hit by it because that thing packs a wallop. So now you're just, with Mysterio, you're just waiting everything out. You're just waiting on timers. It's just no fun. But you play it well enough, and he's not that threatening. And no problem there. So here we've got an Infinity Man, which you don't see that often. Here's a 7-star rank 1. He wants to get in a fight with me on a hazard shift node, which is just so stupid. Not smart, Iron Man, Infinity War. Yes, please give me those little tickling shocks. Let me convert them to rage. And you don't want me to get into overpower, though, do you, Iron Man? Do you? Oh, you do. You want me to get into overpower. Okay, well, we can play that game. I remember when I first started playing this game, Iron Man Infinity War was a mystery wrapped in a puzzle, wrapped in an enigma. I could not figure this guy out, and now it's just doesn't seem to be a problem. You just kind of understand his moveset, you understand how to bait his heavy, how to punish his heavy, how to evade the SP1, how to evade the SP2. Now, I play this fight pretty poorly against the Satuma. The plan, of course, is just to bait him into his SP1 or bait him into it heavy. I had a finger slip there. Once again, I'm not going to say input issues. I'm going to just say it's my fault. It's human error. But I have more problems in this fight, too. So you want to punish his SP1, but for some reason I don't. I think I'm doing this fight at 4 in the morning. My daughter woke me up. And so I had to take her back to bed. And while I was kind of, rocking her back to sleep, I did this fight. And so I think that kind of explains a little bit of the sloppy play at the beginning there. But obviously, Kingpin's just too good on hazard shift to be bothered by my sloppy play. Now, I brought that Nimrod. You're going to notice I don't use him in any fights because there was 2 or 3 fights on Boss Island that I wanted my rank 5 Nimrod for. But my teammates ended up taking Boss Island. They kind of I think unintentionally just kind of rushed it. Or maybe I was a little slow in this war because I've been taking a lot of boss fights and Boss Island fights. And I don't get any in this war. And one side does okay and clears everything without a death. And then the other side, I think, dies 3 times. So, note to self, guys, don't rush Boss Island if you're going to die a bunch of times. So here comes a Gore the God Butcher. I said that funny. Gore the God Butcher versus Hood. And I don't think I play this fight particularly well, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see here. I'm trying to get my stagger on him, which I have not been able to. I think okay. Yeah, and I got my invisibility up too late there. And he's just not wanting to play into it. He still puts those debuffs on me despite my invisibility, which is, I guess that's what he can do, but it's a bummer. So he pushes me red, which I knew was going to happen. So there I knock him down. eliminate my bullets. I do not want him to go to his SP2. So now I'm just sitting here trying to bait out his SP2. After he throws this, I believe I'll go to my SP3, which will do some nice damage, put a good bleed on him, a nice healthy bleed. If I remember correctly, I think the more power they have at the time of the special, the greater the bleed. Does that sound right? And he didn't have a ton of power, so the bleed's just kind of a whatever. I mean, it's not doing much damage there. So I could have punished that heavy. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm trying to bait that. I'm trying to bait the special one. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to do. Come on, man. Throw that SP1. Look at him healing back. Gore can do that crazy healing sometimes where it's just really annoying. My staggers have not been proccing with the frequency I would like. Obviously, stagger procs on a crit. So there I've got him. Do some damage, nice damage there, but I push him to his SP2. And I'm just gonna make a run for it here. I'm like, this SP3 will definitely do the last 12% of damage on this guy. And I was right. But even though my teammates were really wanting to take Boss Island, they left a whole lot of mini-boss fights here, and so I ended up having to take 3 mini-boss fights, which is fine. Got another Gore. I would take it with Hood again, but this is a hazard shift fight, and so that's Kingpin. That's just Kingpin all day long. Kingpin had a little bit more health than my Hood. I didn't want to use a potion if I didn't have to, and I felt confident that this fight would go just fine, and I'm pretty sure it does. Let's see here. Bait that SP1. He's healing up, but he's not going to out-heal my damage. I'm at overpower now. I want him to throw that SP1. Throw it, please. Throw it, please. There we go. He obliges. And I'm able to put the degens on him. And down goes Gore. I think that's my final fight of War 10. Wasn't really happy about that. Not mad at anyone in particular. But as you're going to see here, my teammates gave up several deaths on Boss Island. Let's see here. I think I take a look at that real quick. Yeah, so 2 deaths on that side. Yeah, so 3 deaths on the right side. They did solo the boss, which is great, but well, that's okay. So I think that was 7-0 for me. War 10. See y'all next one.